Okay, Glenn is in a mood. I don't know what has happened to my sweet little baby angel, but he is that was a bite. That was a real bite, Glenifer. He has decided that he's a cat this week, and you only get his love if he wants you to have it, and if he doesn't want you to have it, he runs away. He runs away like a little turd. So, we're about to put him outside. He's been in for a while because it poured rain yesterday, and so I think we're probably gonna get some good zoomies. Are we? Can you do that for us? Oh, he's already headbutting his mom and already has zoomies, so. Okay, can we just calm down? For one moment, we gotta put a halter on your mom. Don't bite her legs. That's so mean. Stop it. Don't you do that. That is nasty boy behavior. Why aren't you kicking him? You have full authority to discipline your own child. Okay, well, this gives me hope for really good zoomies. Just behave. And everyone always asks me why my minis don't get a halter as soon as the big ponies do. Hey, so the minis, they have to go in a straight line, and they're a lot smaller. My back hurts doing it when they're super, super tiny. Glenn is like at that age. So when Rachel gets back from her dang vacation and I have someone that we can do it together and kind of tag team, yes, we're gonna start haltering him and actually making him lead outside. But it's just a lot easier at the beginning for them, and so that's why. There's not really a big reason. Coco, don't just like desert him once you get outside. Actually parent him. All right, come on, big boy, and behave, okay? Don't be trying to escape. Okay, we're making our way downtown. Janice is waiting. Don't cause any drama. Oh, they're about to be so epic, but don't go bother Karen. Karen is an unmoving force. He just ran up to her and is bucking up to her, and she won't even blink at him. Oh my gosh. Well, I don't know that this one's keeping his giblets. I really don't. Sir! Sir! Get off of Karen! What the heck? Terrible baby. Oh, and we're into the grass. It's muddy out there! You're gonna slip! Well, he goes so fast! Look at leaping! Oh, wow. Go get him, Coco. She's going a little slower. He's just on one this morning. Are you a big stallion? Are you a big bad stallion? Oh, yep, he is. Oh, Lord, that's your mother. Coco, again, you're allowed to do something. You're allowed to parent. Can't we do a little discipline? A little something, a little hi-ya? What a terrible little baby. But anyway, she's excited to have her grass, and she's excited to be outside because she was trapped with him for like 18 hours inside due to the storms. Once the weather kind of settles at being spring, they might stay out overnight some, just so they can stay out 24/7, and he's going to be a menace in that way, but I think it'll be fun. So I think he's going to have some angry milkies and go do some more zoomies. Karen, I'm so sorry for what he did to you. And stay tuned for more of Glennis the Menace. It's breeding season, so we're checking some mares today. Ginger, because it's always something, has somehow gotten an infection in her udder. I'm going to show you. So she started running a fever, like, what's going on? And we look underneath her, and her udder on one side has just like exploded, and he just got some like gross pus out. So she's not being bred today. We're going to have to let her go through this cycle, come back into heat, because we need to treat with antibiotics and all the things. So he's gonna pull blood. Oh, disgusting. That's disgusting. So basically massaging it, stripping all that pus out. We're gonna put some antibiotics. Are you gonna put it in the udder or like on it? In the udder first. And we're gonna culture that pus that was just coming out. Should have given a pus warning. So that's the first of the mares today. So no Unbridle Your Dream semen will be coming to Tennessee tomorrow as we had planned, but we still have to check Earlene and a couple others. I honestly haven't ever seen an antibiotic with a teat applicator. Oh, I'm glad. Ugh, that's gross still. But yeah, so she's gonna get antibiotics both orally and in the teat. But anyway, back to actual breeding stuff. Miss Earlene, she's about to get checked, and she has been peeing in front of everybody, being a little hussy. So we're pretty sure she's in heat, and hopefully we get to do a counter-to-counter shipment with my young stallion, Denver, aka First Things First, to breed her tomorrow. Can you please give your baby freckles? I want them to have freckles. So she's got a big old follicle right there. Does she got good edema and stuff?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, she's ready. I mean, like I said, she's been peeing on everybody. So we're measuring at a 3-3, hoping to breed her tomorrow. Wait, she's got a bigger one. Hold on. She triple ovulated last time, which I really hope she doesn't do again. So that one is a 3-9. So she's got 2 pretty mature ones. So I just drew up a couple shots. One's Hysterelin, which is going to hopefully cause her to ovulate in a timely fashion. The other is oxytocin because she has a smidge of fluid in her uterus. So we're gonna give this to her a couple times just to make sure she kicks it all out. And last for today is Miss Blondie. So she was not quite ready like the other mares were. She had a 2.6 follicle on one of her ovaries, but not really any edema, not showing signs of heat. So we're probably gonna have to use frozen semen on her to breed her to Denver this coming week because he's going back into training and then heading to a show pretty promptly, not prominently. So this weekend, I have to take Ariel to get her embryo, and we haven't really gotten a hold of the whole Buddy Sour thing yet. So Blondie was gonna have to take a ride anyway. And since we're breeding her with frozen, I have frozen semen on hand at my vet clinic. And so I was like, okay, well, maybe if she's ready, we could just kill 2 birds with 1 stone. You get an embryo and you get some frozen semen thrown at you. That's pretty much the whole reason I don't want to use frozen is I have to trailer them in to get bred. What do we got? What do we got? There's a good size one. I bet it's a 3-4. Let's see. Oh, no, I'm wrong. 3-9, she ready. Okay, so plot twist, she came on really fast and looks good. So we're gonna attempt to breed her with fresh semen and do a counter-to-counter shipment. So we'll do both her and Erlene. So we're still breeding 2 mares tomorrow. It's just a different 2 mares than we thought. Ginger is gonna have to just go out of heat naturally. We'll just let her come back in naturally due to the fact that she has to go through a round of antibiotics. So Blondie and Erlene, let's cross our fingers that they get bred to first things first successfully tomorrow. Let me know if you have any questions. It's time to measure the yearlings. Now, Kirby is next. We did Knox and Dallas yesterday. We're doing the girls today. So Millie will be after this. But Kirby is the oldest of my yearlings, but she's supposed to end up being the smallest. In January, we did it like right after New Year's, so about 2.5 months ago. She was just over 13 one hands at the wither and just under 14 hands at the hip. Now look at her coloring. She is getting so much lighter. I'm very curious to see her shed out this spring and see what color is unveiled underneath that big woolly mess she has. But let me just take a little gander. I think she's so booty high right now. I think she's probably gonna be like 13.2 at the wither, and I think like 14 at the hip. Here's the thing. She's not supposed to really get taller than like 15 hands, 15.1 to begin with. Like that's gonna be her top out. So I feel like she's just getting chunky. We're probably on the cusp of a growth spurt. All right, so, 13.2.5 at the wither, which is 138 centimeters. So for my centimeters peeps, 138. Look at this big old mess of mane. Stephanie, is she allowed to have a mane since she's a Western pony? That thick of one? Maybe not that thick. We can clean it up. Ugh. And then at the hip, let's see, 14.5. Was it like level? Just a tick over 14 hands at the hip. So really, she's only gained about an inch at the hip and about an inch at the wither. So she's staying pretty similar in like her booty highness the entire time, but she'll grow more. Now Kirby is about to get a full sibling. Maggie is carrying her sister or brother. I'm hoping it's a sister. I would love a little clone of you because you were kind of perfect the first time, just maybe a sweeter version. You're getting sweeter. You just came out as like a whole bunch of spice. So Kirby, AKA RS Curb Appeal, I love her name. She is by Machine Made out of VS The First Lady. So hopefully we get a little clone of you with Maggie. And stay tuned for more little growth updates on my weanlings and yearlings. We don't have any weanlings right now. I just keep calling them the weanlings because I'm in denial that they're growing up. So stay tuned for Millie. Last but not least of measuring my yearlings is our youngest, Millie. Millie, AKA RS Marry a Millionaire. She's by VS Code Red and out of Maryland, Monroe. So she's my only double registered baby. And she is the most solid of last year, which is hilarious. I swear if I didn't know what breed she was, I would think she was like a curly horse. and we've been de-shedding, and she's just still so thick-haired and curly and a mess. So she's the youngest, but she's also going to be, I think, the biggest of the year. So she, in January, was like 13.3 at the wither and just over 14 hands at the hip. So she was pretty level in January. And she looks pretty booty high to me right now. I'm going to predict, if you want to pause and predict, I think she's going to be like 14 hands at the wither and 14.2 or 3 at the hip. What'd you say?
I said 14.1.
14.1 at the wither? So you think an inch more than me?
Yeah.
You might be right. I don't know. We'll see. I have to give you the same courtesy as the other babies where you get to sniff it. But she is absolutely the most tolerant and the most chill out of all the babies last year. She's a very good girl. Let me see here. Oh, she said, that tickled. That tickled. Not even.
14 and a half.
Not even 14, so it's like in split in the middle.
Sweet.
So just over 14 hands at the wither. So she grew about an inch. I think she grew more in the booty. I think she's pretty booty high. So baby horses generally grow butt first, and so they're kind of like teeter-tottery. Like they get booty high and then they level out. So I think she just had a growth spurt. You gotta put your foot up, girlfriend. Ooh, she's ticklish. She's ticklish, and she's 14.2 and a half at the hip, which again kind of splits the difference of what I kind of suspected. So she's going to be a big girl. She's string tests to, I think, 16 hands or 16.1. So she's going to be just like the prime all-arounder. So let me know, were you following when Miss Millie was born last year? She was our only April baby. She kind of like ended us off during tornado season. So stay tuned for more updates on her and her fellow yearlings. No, we're not going to end that with being a little stinker. And let me know if you have any questions. Annie is 310 days pregnant today with her third foal. Annie is a mare that was bred and raised here at Running Springs. She is near and dear to my heart, and she might have the very first Denver baby ever here at Running Springs. Denver being my young stallion, first things first. This year's his first foal crop. We sadly lost his first foal that Charlotte was carrying, and so now Annie and Happy, if you didn't watch Happy's Day 310 update, you can go do that. They share a due date. Both bred to Denver, and if we go off of the past, Annie tends to go to her due date and Happy tends to come early. So I have a feeling Happy's gonna beat her, but you never know. So at day 310, we kind of considered this to be like the viability milestone of these babies. So 340 days is their like quote unquote due date, their like estimated due date, but the normal range for foaling is between 320 and 360. Annie, like I said, her normal range is usually closer to that 340 like mark. I think both of her foals were like 339 and 345. So kind of within like a week of each other. And they were both colts. I think she has a little filly in there because she has not been acting nearly as stallion-y. Yes, stallion-y is a word. So she, with her past two babies, like acted as if she was a stallion. Like if a mare walked by, like would just rear up, lip curl, like the noises that came out of her body, you would think we had a stud in the barn. And oh Lord, this belly is huge. She has gotten so big with this pregnancy. Like, I mean, I like that she's plump, but I don't really think she ever got this big with her last two. I mean, I should be calling you Miss Piggy because it's not just her belly I'm talking about. Like, she's just thick everywhere, but it's beautiful thick. It really is. Now, one thing with Annie is that in the past, she does wax pretty early on. So that means like the coagulation of milk at the tip of her teats, which a lot of the time only happens within a few days of them foaling. Like that usually means, hey, baby's coming. With her first baby, she waxed for 3 full weeks. Because of that, she lost a lot of colostrum, so we had to give that baby plasma. So that is something we watch with Annie. She doesn't love for me to check her milk. She usually has to wear the halter of shame for that. But to me, that belly, I mean, it's really starting to look low. I'm going to see if I can kind of feel around. I do feel like I see a little bit of softening here. She looks pretty full in that hip, though. A big girl. Let's see here. I mean, that's pretty soft. That's pretty dang jiggly, Annie. Good Lord. Oh, my gosh. And her udder, she is one of them that kind of scared me. Annie, what the heck is that? What the heck is that, Annie? Okay, so Lindsay's going to get pH strips. She did this when she scared me at day 250, and so I'm like wondering if that's the case, but I am gonna see just like what color her milk truly is, maybe pH test it. What we might do, since she's starting to do this, is double her Regimate up until her safe date, which is 320.
Good.
White, but pH doesn't say white. Very interesting. pH says like 7. So that makes me think she's gonna be earlier than normal. We're gonna keep a close eye, but like I said, I think I'm gonna go ahead and double her Regimate.
Okay.
Yeah.
And Raven, you do want her on Regimate?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Great. Awesome. Stay tuned, I guess. Happy, you're 310 days pregnant today. Happy actually shares a due date with Annie, so Annie's gonna have her own separate video. I had to come show you how filthy disgusting Happy decided to get today before we look at her bod. It poured rain yesterday. Every single horse on this property is a mud puppy, and it's just, it's gross, but you gotta let them be horses. Bobby sunning and having the time of her life. So Happy. In the past, she's had 2 foals with us here at Running Springs. She has always had her babies in the 320s. So that's about 2.5 weeks from now. Now, we did change up our lights this year. I'm not super convinced after seeing how close these girls look at 310 days. I'm not super convinced that they're gonna work on my mares who have already foaled in the 320s. I don't know if it's gonna cause them to kind of hold on to those babies longer, but we shall see. So from the side, she's already just looking so low in that belly. She looks great, but she's just hanging there. And that is her 3rd baby. So she's not having that like maiden mare bod anymore. To me, her hip already looks like it's flattening out on top. Let me see. I mean, it is crusty, so I feel like we're not gonna be able to see quite how bouncy it is. I mean, it's pretty loose, but yeah, it's not as loose out here. It's super loose next to her tail. Happy is one that isn't the meanest, but she really doesn't love me being back towards her butt. And without someone holding her, we're just gonna kind of leave it at that. But let me show you her udder. Now, Happy was one of the few mares that didn't give me a scare when she was like 250 days pregnant. Everybody else that's left had literally gave me a heart attack because I thought that they were having like some sort of infection, and one of them actually did. So her udders look very filled out. I'm not gonna lie. The vet is gonna be out a lot over the next few days and over the next week. So if these girls do look like super close and look like they're progressing fast, I might have their foal alert put in like day 315, just because it's like, okay, if they're gonna do their norm, then that's within a normal range. But I don't know. We might start doing daily updates with them at 315 if they start looking super close, just to keep a close eye. Because I mean, last year I had a mare foal at 318. You just never know. So that's Happy at day 310. She looks great. She's acting great. I think it's going to be amazing because she's bred to my young stallion Denver. So this will be it could be my first Denver baby ever here at the farm. Why are we being like that? Huh? Why do you got to make me look so bad? Like you hate me? Huh? And I would love if you gave your baby your face card. That's also a wish of mine. I mean, honestly, both parents of that baby have face cards, so it doesn't matter, but it's pretty understood that Happy's got like the prettiest head on the farm. So let me know, what do you think about Miss Happy? And stay tuned for Annie's day 310 update.